to be involved in owning horses, something I thought about since I was a little girl going to the racecourse with my grandmother. It was one particular day in Newmarket when I was very successful and I happened to see an advert for Diamond Racing in the Racing Post. And I researched the company before I went any further. And what struck me was the company had been established for a long time and had been successful over a period of time. And I'd heard of companies that had started and just folded very quickly. And that was the main reason I went forward with looking into diamond racing. And then I contacted the company. It was very easy to talk to people. I was able to talk to Steve Goodwin. I was able to talk to other people in the company. And I was able to find out about what was on offer, about the horses on offer. And the main reason I went for it was the huge enthusiasm that came across from the actual company itself, and I just felt that enthusiasm was really genuine and I really believed in it.
Well, the reason I joined diamond racing is because you can have horses for jumping and you can also own horses for flat, and I like to go racing all year round. It's been an established syndicate. I think it was 7 years before I joined. I've been in here 4.5 years and I've got a lot of reason to think it'll be here for another 10 or 20 years.
I've been an owner since 1994. I just wanted to get some involvement with racing rather than just as a spectator from the outside.
Well, racing syndicates was something that I've been looking to get involved in for the last 2 or 3 years now. I've always had quite a strong interest in horse racing, but never really had the time to really get involved in such a depth as racehorse ownership. So I started looking on the internet sometime in May last year, and there were really 2 criteria that I looked at. One was, same as any working man, was the cost involved, and 2, I didn't really want to be just one of 300-400 people. Your elite racings, for example, that really didn't really feel part of it.
The share I've got was a birthday present. I had a certain birthday coming up and didn't really want it, so I loved racing, and my husband thought it would be a super present, because I come to Newmarket all the time and I always wanted to go in the ring with all the other owners.
You're not one of millions who just sort of hears about a horse that you have some connection to running. You actually do. You're able to attend all the races. You attend as an owner. You have an owner's badge. Now I now have a scrapbook full of owner's badges and all the Racing Post cuttings with my horses.
I've been involved with diamond racing now for about 4 years, and it's a genuine syndicate, not a club, and I've had shares in 4 horses over that period and had a wonderful time, met nice people, been in owners and trainers bars, had owners badges, and you really feel as though you're an owner and part of the whole setup of the racing scene.
The atmosphere is absolutely brilliant, yeah. So exciting, and 5 minutes before you go into the parade ring is really, everybody's like, keep looking at the clock, waiting for the horses to come out, and then you go in there and it's just, you feel such a, so privileged. It's fantastic.
The one thing that hits me straight between the eyes is obviously the trainer lines, also the social involvement. I mean, obviously we had the 10th anniversary get together at Thurskett back in April, which was a real opportunity for me to get to meet a lot of the owners that I wouldn't normally get to meet.
From me, being a fairly new owner, it was the Thurskett weekend, which was April, I think, May time. It was a very, very good weekend with all the owners up there, and especially Chaz and Dave being there.
The fact that I've met a whole range of different people with my connections with different horses, and that's a really sort of interesting part of my life. I've made new friends, and I've made new friends who like talking about horse racing.
With diamond racing in particular this year, there's a new trainer coming on board, a little old boy by the name of Henry Cecil, one of the top trainers in the world. I think it's absolutely brilliant that Steve's got this man involved. The likes of Chapple-Hyam, you don't get better trainers than this in this country, in fact in the world.
You're talking about Henry Cecil, Peter Chapple-Hyam, and we've followed his trainer line to great success last year and certainly this year as well. And David Evans, I mean, it speaks for itself really.
No, I hope we have a lot of fun and success, and it's nice to see people coming into racing.
Well, obviously with diamond racing you've got a wide choice of trainers. I mean, personally I like the flat mainly, and you've got Peter Chapple-Hyam, Henry Cecil, and then you've got some northern trainers, David Evans, and then you've got the jumps, of course, and Declan Carroll's trained a few over hurdles.
I suppose it really is probably the way forward now for people to go into syndicates. It gives the smaller man a chance to get involved with the horses, especially with diamond racing, because you are involved with the horses more than most syndicates that I've ever had anything to do with. They get to come to the yard, see the horses, go racing, basically have a fun time.
trainer lines are very important because if you play them right, then you can pay for the shares.
Obviously the insider information is very good, the racing lines are very good on their information.
The mainline advices we get in terms of horses that potentially we should be backing at certain prices is very, very successful, and again it yields quite a substantial profit year in, year out. The figures are there to back it up, you can't argue with statistics.
Well, personally I love a bet, and if you follow the betting lines you will cover the cost of your membership with more on top, and you will enjoy your racing. I go racing maybe 8 or 9 times a year in my memberships, and I guarantee I've covered the cost every year.
The syndicate members come to the yard, see all the horses, we go watch the horses work, and then afterwards I normally show them around all the other horses and tell them about the other horses, not just their own horses that they own. Basically make them feel part of the team, really.
I like the stables when we went for a visit. That was nice, you got a nice feel of the stable. I mean, I'm a bit scared of horses, but there I was with the prize fighter, talking to him for a quarter of an hour. Magic.
Yeah, well, personally, I'm a regular visitor to the stable open days. It's a chance to take the family out for a day, watch the horses on the heath, galloping, and then obviously following it through to their racecourse debut.
I really love the stable visits that we go on. I really enjoy going to Peter's and David's down in Wales, and it becomes more of a social event then.
Most memorable experience is going to Royal Ascot at York, Ladies' Day, something I've always wanted to do. But to be there as an owner rather than just a member of the public, going in the parade ring, just feeling like you own the horse, feeling special.
Best experience, Diamond Max winning in Paris at Longchamp. Great day out, lots of food, lots of drink, won the race completely against all expectations, fantastic day out.
I remember a couple of years ago at Windsor, I went to see Diamond Max run on a Monday evening in the summer. He duly won, and I received the trophy because there was only a few members there of the syndication of Diamond Max, and because I was due to have a trophy, Steve Goodwin kindly gave me the trophy, and that's now sitting on my mantelpiece.
Cheltenham about 4 years ago. I go to Cheltenham every year for the Gold Cup meeting and on Gold Cup day, and the Daily Express Triumph Hurdle was being raced on that day, and lo and behold, Diamond Joshua romps in third, very, very, very good odds, and we all had a piece on it. It's one of those times that you never forget.
Oh, seeing prize fighter come third twice. Just magic, absolute magic. I mean, we come racing, you see horses, you pick a horse and it's great fun, but to know it's yours and to see it come third and to go into the winning enclosure afterwards, fantastic.
Being invited to Spain to watch Diamond Max run at the Hippodrome, yeah, that was good. Just so weird going racing at night with a short sleeve shirt on with floodlit, racetrack. It was just a fantastic atmosphere, and to have a winner was just unbelievable.
Diamond Joshua at Uttoxeter last year. I'd only been with Diamond Racing for about 3 months, and I think it was the second run that I had, and it wasn't the greatest race at Uttoxeter that the racetrack will ever have, but the feeling it gives you and the euphoria and the way the adrenaline pumps, and you go back to the winner's enclosure, receive a trophy, you can't buy that.
Well, there's no initial outlay, which is always good on anything, isn't it? It's a good way to start in what you like, being an owner.
No capital outlay was one of the main reasons why I joined Diamond Racing. I'm not in a position to go out and buy my own horse for 8, 10, 12,000 pounds, so I can just pay me $99.95 every month, and I own a racehorse. That's it.
With Diamond Racing, you can ring Steve up, you can find out exactly what that horse is doing on the gallops or anywhere you like. He will give you the answer.
With Diamond Racing, there's no problem with any information you need on any of your horses. You can contact Steve by email. If Steve's not available, Christian's always available. The good thing is, it's the personal touch. You can speak to the men who know anything about the horses.
No problem getting hold of people. On the racecourse you can always find someone that's in Diamond Racing.
The other reason we joined Diamond, because there's no hidden extras, it is a guaranteed one-off payment, there's no additional fees.
I think the best thing about Diamond Racing for me is it brightens up my day. A terrible day, when you're an awful day at work, and you can actually ring up, you can talk to somebody personally, you can ring into the actual lines to get information, and it just adds that little bit of excitement to a day.